Hi guys, you're welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Favour and welcome back to another episode of the Pregnancy Diaries. So today I'm going to be doing a pregnancy Q&A. Anyway, I asked a question, or I threw out a question on Instagram and on Facebook that you guys should come at me with your pregnancy questions, and you guys came through because I got a lot of questions. Fun fact, I am not an OBGYN, so I'm not going to be like talking from the expert professional kind of version. I'm going to be speaking as a mom because as I've gone through 3 pregnancies, so I can say that I have quite an experience with pregnancy. At least I know something. At least I know something, having to go through 3 different pregnancies. Anyway, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notifications whenever I post new videos. And to my returning subscribers, you guys are always welcome. And please, in the comment section below, let's get engaged. What was pregnancy for you like? What and then if there are any questions in the comment section, please make sure to answer and reply, like and share this video. So without further ado, let's just dive right into this video.
We prayed for you, now here you are.
Okay, so let's just start. I got a lot of compliments. I got a lot of congratulations. You guys, thank you. So I'm not going to be like mentioning those ones. I'm just going to go straight to the question so that this video is not gonna be long, Okay, so the first question says, have you ever gone through CS? No, I have never gone through CS. All my deliveries have been vaginal delivery, so that answers that. She says, good morning, ma. At 3 months, I haven't started feeling pregnant. Is it possible? It is very possible to not feel pregnant, especially in the early days of pregnancy. If you are not having the severe pregnancy symptoms, it is possible to like carry on through your day, lie on your stomach. With my first pregnancy, it was like that. Like I was not feeling pregnant, except just that morning, blah, blah, blah. After that morning, after I do, like once I come out from that white room, is it white room used to call it? God, let me not bite my tongue. I am done. Like I don't feel pregnant. So it's possible to not feel pregnant, especially at the beginning of your pregnancy, when the pregnancy begins to hit you. Towards the end of the pregnancy, that is when it begins to hit you because the weight of the baby and all. Anyway, sorry for another day. Another question says, how did you cope with first trimester? Please, I'm finding it hard. Okay, I've gone through 3 different first trimesters. With my first child, it was like a piece of cake. There was nothing. I was not even feeling pregnant. Let's not even start with that. With my second, it was intense, not too intense, because this one I thought it was too intense, but this one should be like that. That was just a child's play. But with the third time I went through first trimester, it was not funny because I think I will link up here my other video. If you watched the previous video before this one, how when I mentioned some of the things I went through in the first trimester, some of the things, not all. So first trimester is not your mate, like they will always say. I also got a lot of questions asking about the gender of the baby. The gender of the baby is going to be coming up soon. You will know very soon. I'm going to be doing, like, you're going to be seeing a delivery vlog. So, yeah, that's for that. Okay, so this person says, does delay mean there's something wrong with you? It doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with you. I don't know for how long you have been trying, but one thing I know, at least having talked with other moms and having talked with medical professionals that are also my friends, one common thing I have learned is if you've been trying for more than a year, please make sure to consult with a doctor so that they know exactly what may be wrong, something may not be wrong, but just so you rule that out of the way. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean delay, doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with you or with your husband or wife. I don't know who asked this. I think it's the lady that asked the question. Yeah, that's for that. Now another question says, what's your favorite meal at the moment? While I was pregnant, my favorite meal was anything local. I didn't have, like, if it has a lot of crayfish, a lot of fish, a lot of vegetables like green vegetables, ogo, if it has a lot of that, I am down. Like, I am good to go. Yeah, you're my friend. If you give me that kind of food, you're my friend. Okay, so another question says, were you scared close to delivering dates? If yes, how did you conquer that? Okay, so with my first pregnancy, like, I was expecting the delivery because I felt I was prepared. Like, I have read everything I need to read. I have watched all the videos I need to watch. I have listened to mothers. But then I went into it and it was like all the preparation went out the window. So with my second, now I know what to expect. But I tried not to. I tried not to put my mind so much on the delivery. At the end of the day, what you want is your baby out safe and sound, you safe and sound. So I wouldn't advise that you should be worried about, yes, it may come up, but don't start dwelling on it, thinking on it, how it's gonna happen, this, that. When you get to that bridge, like with this pregnancy, what I told myself, when I get to that bridge, I will cross it. Other people, other mothers have done it. See, that is one thing I used to encourage myself. Yes, I would encourage myself first. The Lord is my strength. The Lord is the one that gave me the ability to conceive this child. So the Lord will also give me the ability to deliver this child. Another thing I would tell myself is, I'm not the first person to get pregnant. And I'm not going to be the first person to deliver. And people that are supposedly more fragile have given birth, and they are good. So at the end of the day, I'm good. That is one thing you should tell yourself. This is something that your body is built to do. So trust God and trust your body. Trust the process. I think I've talked too long for that one. Okay. So another says, does baby gender change after doing scan? The gender of a baby inside your stomach, inside your womb. Let me not say stomach like my children. The gender of the baby inside your womb does not change. But the thing is, if you do your scan too early, it is possible that the gender you get at the early with that early scan is going to be the wrong gender. It's possible it's not going to be that is why they always advise that you wait till the 20th week, because at that 20th week, like, the baby has grown enough, like, whatever the baby is presenting is most likely it. So that scan is going to be like, not 100%, because nothing is 100% as long as it is not God. But it is 99%, you're 99% sure that this is the gender of your baby. So if the gender of your baby changes during the scan, that means that the position of the baby is showing them something else. Do you get? But the baby in the womb does not change gender. That gender from conception is the gender you're going to born. But that's it though. Another says, how does it feel to be pregnant? How does it feel to be pregnant? Actually, it's chaotic. It is a beautiful chaos. Is there something like that? It is chaotic to be pregnant. Like, you are feeling that joy of the blessing of pregnancy, but you are feeling the weight. You don't want to complain, but you are feeling you are feeling all sorts and manner of things. Your emotions are everywhere. If you've gone through pregnancy can throw your emotions off. Your hormones are everywhere. So it's chaotic. Let me just leave it at that. That is the simple answer. Okay, so another question says, why do people always have nightmares during pregnancy? I don't know for nightmares, but with the hormones going up and down and stuff, you tend to dream. Like, I know that with this pregnancy, I dreamt quite at the beginning, not nightmare, but some random, how what's the English now? They were not cohesive. So you know that, like, this dream, then you wake up, you be like, what just happened? But with pregnancy, you may not, it doesn't happen for everybody, because it didn't happen with my first two pregnancies, but it happened with this one. So with pregnancy, you may dream a lot, but I don't know for nightmares. Maybe you should check the things that you feed your mind, check the things that you feed your soul and your spirit. Because at the end of the day, they borrow from this place. Your dream, it does not just happen like that. It borrows from this place. It borrows from your subconscious. It borrows from your soul. It borrows from your environment. Just like a lot of things go into the dream. So check the things that you're feeding on. Okay, so another question says, does the baby feel heavy in the stomach? Huh. Okay, with the first trimester, second trimester, you may not really feel heavy, but towards the end of the second trimester, that is when you start actually feeling that weight, because towards the end of the second trimester, your baby is now beginning to add small weight. The main weight gain for the baby happens at the third trimester. But towards that end of the second trimester, you begin to feel it, because now your waist is because the stomach has protruded forward. Your waist that is carrying the baby, the balance is just off. I don't know how to explain it, but the balance is just off. So you begin to feel the weight of the baby. And mind you, you are not just carrying. It's not just the baby that is causing that weight. The placenta, the amniotic fluid, plus the weight of the baby, everything put together. Like, oh God. And then your own weight. Let's not go there. Okay, so basically, at some point, you get to start feeling heavy. So another says, was this third experience harder than the first and the second, or it got better? From my own experience, I guess she's asking from my own experience. From my own experience, this third one was harder than the first two. But for some other people, like, pregnancies come in different ways. They are not two similar pregnancies. Even with the same mother, they are not too similar. There's always that thing that distinguishes the pregnancies. So some people will tell you that with each child it got easier. Some people will say it got more difficult. Some people will say it remained like the level of difficulty, or remained the same. But for me, this third one was a lot more challenging because of the plenty things I went through, the body pains, the just watch the previous video so that you will get, even though I didn't mention everything, but watch the previous video, you get an idea of what I went through with this third pregnancy. So another question says, please, what can someone take to reduce her tummy fat after giving birth? So I don't know how long it has been since you gave birth, but one thing I would always tell mothers is, please give your body time. It took 9 months to create that beautiful baby that you have. Don't rush your body like that. The everybody wants to be, Agbani Darego, straight up from the delivery room. You want to slim down. Like, let's calm down. Let's not be the ones putting ourselves under pressure. The society is already putting us under enough pressure. Don't put yourself under pressure to lose the baby weight. You will still lose it. But like I said, I don't know how long it has been since you gave birth. But I'm also talking to others. Please give yourself time. Give your body time. Your focus right now should be on your baby, not on losing weight. Like, on your baby and also on yourself, like trying to make sure that you are healthy, if you get what I mean. Then when it's time to lose the weight, check your body, check the things that work for you, because what works for A may not work for for B. But I have a weight loss video. I will link it up here so that you can also get an idea of what you would have to do, or you would need to do to lose weight. Another question says, congratulations, ma. I heard lubricants prevent conception, but sex without it is hard. Um, with the way the body of a woman is structured, your lady part is supposed to be self-lubricating. I don't know what it is like for you, but if you are using lubricants, some lubricants have spermicides in them that can prevent what is it called, uh, conception. So the best thing you would need to do is to a doctor consult a doctor with your partner so that you would know the best solution for you. So the next question says, how do I overcome phobia for labor pains? I think I've answered something like this, but that fear, would come once in a while as long as you're pregnant. For me, like whenever I drive through the hospital where I deliver, I'll be like, oh God, so I'm coming back. That happens when I'm pregnant. I'll be like, so in a short while I'm coming back here. Oh my God. And then you go for antenatal, and then you probably hear somebody else shouting. One woman shouting, and you'll be like, oh Jesus. But I don't know if it happened for somebody, it happened for me. Because every time I go to the hospital and some I hear a woman going through her own phase, I just, well, I'll be like, oh my God, this is going to be me in a short while. But just the truth of the matter is, don't let the fear control you. Know that you've got this. You are stronger than the pain. There's a movie called Stronger Than Pain. Now that I've said it, my dad loved that movie. I digress. Okay, you are stronger than that pain, and know that the pain is just for a moment. It is just for a while. It will not last. Highest pata 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 pata, one day, and it is done, and you have your bundle of joy in your arms. So don't let the labor pain stop you. If you are yet to get pregnant, don't let it be what is stopping you from going into this journey of pregnancy. And if you're in this journey of pregnancy, one thing I would want you to don't let the fear, because when I was giving birth to Chinaza, there was this lady that I was laboring with at the same time. She came into the hospital before I did, but at some point anxiety got the better part of her. This lady was laboring fine. When I say labor, she was laboring fine, but all of a sudden she just fear from nowhere, fearful, because she has seen the first two people deliver, and she was so this was her first child. So she let the fear get the better part of her. It was so bad that she had to be put under what is it called, like oxygen, because she could not breathe well at this point. She went through CS, not because it was necessary in her case there, not because that was the original plan, but because she let fear come in the way. So don't let fear, because fear can spoil a lot of things. A lot of people have lost. See, some people have even lost their babies because of fear, because they are afraid of the pain. So please don't let the fear get to you. You are stronger than it. That pain is just for a while. I've talked too much on this. Okay, so another says, do you have cravings? With my first pregnancy, I did not have cravings at all. With my second pregnancy, at a point I had cravings for what is it called? For pepper soup. And then pepper soup and agidi. And then with this third pregnancy, I had cravings. Serious cravings. I had cravings. At a point, it was like the local something, the vegetable, whatever, lasted for a really long time, for months. But then at a point, it was Zobo. They say Zobo is not good for pregnancy. Which waiting. My first pregnancy, I actually took Zobo quite a lot, not too much. But my second pregnancy, not too much. But with this pregnancy, hey, like every Saturday is the day I make the Zobo to pack in the fridge and freezer. And then I'll warn everybody, like serious warning, nobody should touch my Zobo. I'll tell my husband, mm-mm, mm-mm. Don't touch it. Like I'll make sure I put enough because I love enough pineapples, like that taste of pineapples in my zobo. Uh I would make an announcement. I have made a fresh batch. Please, nobody should touch it. Like I would finish. I don't know 75 cl those bottled waters. I would finish 75 cl and some in a day. Every day I was drinking zobo every day for like 1 month plus. So yeah, I had cravings. Zobo was just one of it, but I had cravings with this pregnancy. Okay, so another said, uh, can I have my baby at 36 weeks? 30, you can have your baby at 36 weeks, but any baby had any baby that you delivered before 37 weeks, okay, 36 weeks actually is considered to be a late preterm baby. Any baby that is delivered at the 36th week is considered a late preterm baby. Preterm means a baby that was born before the time is due for the baby to be born, if you understand. So just check it up, google it, what preterm means, but this is basically what it means. So it is considered 36 weeks is considered late preterm, 35 to 36 weeks is considered late preterm, 37 weeks is what they call is when you carry a baby to 37 weeks, they say you have carried the baby to term. So 30 from 37 weeks you are good to go. Yeah, so 37, you can have a baby at 37 at 36 weeks, but it is considered a late preterm baby. Okay, so another said, what month did you know the sex of your baby? The best time to check for the gender of your baby, like I said before, would be the 20th week. Some people would say the 16th week, but it has been found out that sometimes mistakes can happen during the scan at that 16th week. So the best time for checking the gender of the baby of your baby would be that 20th week. Another says normal delivery or C-section. As is a normal delivery as long as you give birth to your baby is normal. So whether vaginal delivery or C-section is normal. So mine is vaginal delivery. Another say, because when you say normal delivery or C-section, it now seems like the C-section is an abnormal thing. Is not. I don't want to go into that. Another says, is your stomach always heavy at some time during pregnancy? I've answered that question, something like this before. Yes, at some point you start feeling the weight. Another says, what makes a pregnant woman happy? It depends on the pregnant woman. Like for me, at some point, it was if you give me my vegetable stew, soup, whatever it is that have vegetable plenty, fish, crayfish in it, you made me happy. Sometimes, at a point, it was my zobo that made me happy. At a point, it was just let me leave me to sleep. At a point, it was give me plenty food. So, it depends on the pregnant lady. It depends on you. What makes you happy at that point? Yeah. So it's not like a generic thing. Okay. So another says, how are you feeling when you are pregnant physically? Physical pregnancy. I know that there's spiritual pregnancy. Like, anyway, uh, when you are physically pregnant, how do you feel? You feel all manner of things. Like I said, it's chaotic. Did you feel the same way in your 3 pregnancies? No, I did not feel the same way in my 3 pregnancies. And I've said it a lot of times in this particular video. Each pregnancy is different, and with my 3 pregnancies, I did not feel the same. With this third was the most challenging. The first was not challenging, like there was no challenge at all. The second was a little bit challenging, but that's it. Another says, is it all pregnancy sign that you have to vomit or be spitting? This is all thanks to Nigerian movies, thanks to Nollywood. Like, this every time when we are going, you'll be watching a movie, and then the way they will signify that the girl is pregnant is she'll be talking with somebody, especially with her mother, and then she will run. Tick, 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 tick. Like, I don't. I would hear my mom say, "Is it only this?" I would hear my mom always say that. And then when I gave birth, when it came time for me to experience pregnancy, I was like, But every time they say it's vomiting, vomiting, I did not vomit now with my first pregnancy. I was like, I did not vomit now. But so it's not every pregnancy that you vomit. Like with my first and my second, I did not vomit. With this one, I did not really vomit. I vomited though, but it was not like an everyday thing, you know. So that symptom is not for, it does not happen to everybody. It happens to most, but it does not happen to everybody. And then the spitting does not also happen to everybody. So that answers the question. Okay, another question says, were you having fever? I didn't really have fever. Okay, with my first pregnancy, I had all the symptoms of malaria, and I was actually, I went to test, and they found that I have malaria, like a high something something malaria. Anyway, but that was when I had fever. So I believe I like jumbled it up with malaria. But with the other pregnancies, I'm not really had fever except for when I with this third pregnancy that I went through, what is it called? Malaria. Mhm. So another question says, how did you cope with work, chisom chinaza, and the pregnancy? How did I cope? I just winged it. You know, you wing it. See, this motherhood thing, you wing it most of the times. That's what we do. That is what we do. So I winged it. It made it work. Thank God. How did I make it work? Like prioritize, basically. Let me not now be jumping around. Prioritize at every point what is more important. I was even discussing about this with my friend yesterday. At every point, what you should ask yourself is, what is more important? So you would want an arranged house. You would want your children to be fed and all, and everything that comes with it. You need to do your work. So at every point, what is more important? Is putting this house together more important than looking after the children? You can prioritize basically, and you will see that you would cope. You would really cope fine. Another said skincare routine. My sister, I don't have skincare routine. Like, ask everybody that know me. I am the laziest person. The laziest person when it comes to this my own skin. It is for my children, I would go all out. For me, like let me tell you the truth. I don't rub cream. See, I only rub cream here, here, sometimes here. If I don't have any makeup on, if I'm going out, if I'm at home, I don't rub anything. It's not good. I'm trying to imbibe that culture of having a skincare routine, because they'll tell you that your skin will suffer when you get old. I'm trying to. My mom has a good skincare routine, but me, I don't know. I don't know. You don't get like me. I don't know. But pray for me. Another question says, how was your first pregnancy like? Were you anxious or counting till the due date? With my first pregnancy, I was not anxious. I was more inquisitive. Yes, I was more. My husband was just yesterday. My husband was like, I need to take your phone. Like, I would Google everything. At a point, the nurse asked me, did you go to nursing school? No, I did not go to nursing school. I was just a very curious pregnant lady. So, with my first pregnancy, I was curious, and yes, I was counting down time. You know what I mean? Anyway, because in my first pregnancy, Google was my friend. In fact, Google is always my friend. But my first pregnancy, I wanted to know everything. So, anyway, every pregnant lady is different. Some people could care less. Okay, so